Okay, so before I start this video, and I know this is going to seem super random, but I've been listening to let this focus please, the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack. This soundtrack, please focus back, is one of the best Nintendo soundtracks of all time. Please listen to it if you haven't already. That's all I want to say. This phone can now go away. That's all I want to say before I start this video. Let's get started. So there apparently is a rumor that there is not only one Nintendo Direct coming next month, but two Nintendo Directs coming next month, which sounds absolutely ludicrous. And remember, this is a rumor, because honestly, I don't believe this to be true. I can't possibly believe there's going to be two Nintendo Directs, but you know what? I thought it'd be fun to discuss. Why not? So, this came from Spawn Wave, that's where I first found out about this. He's a YouTube channel, covers Nintendo news, discussion, blah 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 blah. He's apparently heard from multiple sources. There's definitely a Smash Direct coming next month, which isn't surprising at all because, you know, it's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Of course it's going to be a Direct, it comes out in December, of course. But that's not all, my boys. Apparently, that is not all. There is a regular Nintendo Direct supposedly also coming next month, which honestly sounds pretty unbelievable, but let's look into the rumor. Apparently it's from Leaky Panda saying this is not the Smash Direct, it's coming between the 5th and the 9th of November, and that's all. That's all we have. I don't think this leak has been disproven yet, but let's discuss it. So what could possibly appear in this Direct? Number one, and I really hope it will appear, Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch. So I haven't even gotten to talk about this game on my channel. Please, can people be excited for Animal Crossing Switch? Because the last time we saw it, people were excited for Smash. How about we be excited for Animal Crossing? Because that is the most exciting thing ever. The possibilities with the online, Switch on the go, on the TV, everything is amazing. Hopefully we get a gameplay snippet, because I imagine that game comes out in the first half of 2019. So I don't think it'd be too ludicrous to show it off in this Nintendo Direct. I feel like either they show that at the beginning, show us full on gameplay, or save it till the end, give us it last, bam, Animal Crossing. That's my dream. But I'd be worried that they actually wouldn't do it. Maybe just a tiny little glimpse, Nintendo. A tiny glimpse. A tiny glimpse. Please, please. We all love Animal Crossing. We all love Animal Crossing. Please. Thank you very much, Nintendo. Thank you very much. So, hey, how Animal Crossing? What else do we have? Luigi's Mansion 3. So, they could technically show that off more. Though personally, I feel like it would be a bit too soon. And that is why I'm so confused. Because if there really is two Nintendo Directs coming, that's really soon. And they usually do a January Nintendo Direct. That's very soon. So September, then November, and then January. That's why I don't really believe this. It seems really ludicrous. But obviously, I think Luigi's Mansion would definitely be there if we have this Direct. I don't know what more they could show, because they're probably saving all the reveals for next year. I don't know when that game's coming out. I feel like that's coming out second half of next year. I know it looked kind of far along, but it's Luigi's Mansion, Halloween. It feels like an October game, honestly. Just like how Luigi's Mansion 3DS came out in October this year, I feel like Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out in October next year. Seems likely, and there's so many games coming out next year that, yeah, it wouldn't feel like they're just releasing it later just because there's nothing else there. No, we've got so many other games. So it seems realistic to do that. Then we've got Yoshi. I can't remember the name. Yoshi's Crafted World, I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but definitely, absolutely definitely, I'm actually kind of interested in that game. You know why? Because it feels a bit more creative than just another 2D platformer. Whatever's showing on screen right now, I've not decided what to put yet, but this game. Yoshi looks cool because it actually messes with the foreground and background. I did that completely wrong. Background, foreground. It looks cool. Let's see more of it. That would be really nice because, you know what? Let's give this Yoshi game a chance because it looks pretty cute. It looks pretty cute. It looks kind of inventive. It doesn't look too bare bones basic. My only big issue with the Yoshi game is that it doesn't look that much different from when we saw it last year. You'd think they delayed it. It would look like ultra different. It doesn't. It looks basically the same, and it's being made in Unreal Engine 4, which is really surprising, but cool nonetheless, because you can see all the graphical effects. You can see the blur. It's like the motion blur in the background. I can't remember what it's called. Is it ambient occlusion? Something like that. It looks really nice though. It looks really nice, and that's That's basically it. It looks nice. So we got Yoshi. We have Fire Emblem. Because you know what? Fire Emblem we haven't seen, like, barely. We saw it in the E3, but then we didn't even see it in the September Direct. That's surprising because Fire Emblem feels like a first quarter 2019 game, but we haven't really seen it. So I feel like that would be a really easy game to choose and do something off of that. Show us something new, show us something that isn't just, here's more Fire Emblem, show us something different, because honestly with Fire Emblem, I think it looks like a 3DS game. I really do, and I'm sorry if this insults like Fire Emblem fans, but I'm not really impressed, and I'm not an avid Fire Emblem player, but not really impressing me. So I'm really hoping they find a way to impress me. It really does look like a 3DS game. I wasn't that blown away by it. And honestly, the same can be said for Luigi's Mansion 3. The art style, of course, it's probably been made by the same developers who made Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Art style is very similar. But on the 3DS, they actually used the art style because of the 3DS's graphical limitations. It was so, like, polygonal, so many edges everywhere. So they used, like, pointy objects and took advantage of the 3DS's low resolution. Whereas on a HD TV, kind of doesn't go well too much, in my opinion. That's just me, though. If you agree with me or not, let me know in the comment section below. This is all opinions at the end of the day. Opinions. This magical word called opinions, where we all have different tastes in things. I know it's shocking. I know it's shocking. I know. But it's real, guys. Opinions. Opinions. That's all I want to say. So we'll get Fire Emblem for sure. That would be probably one of the biggest highlights for me, because I think Fire Emblem's still pretty big. They've still got Fire Emblem Heroes on mobile devices, which I deleted because that game was frustrating me because I never got Lucina. I tried to get Lucina since the launch of the game, never got Lucina, and I was pretty angry. But what else could they show? Probably a bunch of indie games. They love their indie stuff. But this is the thing, right? I can't really think of too many games that they didn't show already in the last Direct. So unless what Leaky Panda is saying, and then he's saying it's not a Smash Direct, but it might still be a game-specific Direct, it could still be an Animal Crossing Direct, it could still be a Fire Emblem Direct, it could be anything. So I feel like that could happen, but obviously the main thing people are looking forward to, I imagine, Smash, because the hype for Smash for people through the roof, absolutely crazy. Everybody's crazy for Super Smash Bros. That Direct is going to be absolutely insane. More evidence has came out that the leak that I covered is actually real, like an item from Golden Sun appearing, trademarks for Banjo Kazooie, a Mac Rider, and everything being made. It's looking like it's going to be real. So this Super Smash Bros. Direct is going to be probably the most mind-blowing thing of all time. So you better stick around for that Smash Direct. It's going to be madness. We're going to get Isaac. We are going to get Geno. We're going to get Banjo Kazooie. That's insane. That's really insane, but really cool at the same time because, like, Banjo Kazooie. Yes. I already covered this in my last video, so I won't go on it too much, but we'll get that. And then, obviously, the new mode. We don't know what the new mode is for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And people are saying it's a story mode. It might be a story mode. Might not be. Might be a boss rush. But we know that from the Monster Hunter stage, that was clearly not just a regular stage. It was a completely flat plane with the dragon. Like, what could that be? So I'm thinking boss rush. I'm going to say boss rush type mode. I don't think it's going to be a full-on subspace emissary. That seems pretty ludicrous. That seems pretty ambitious. And I know it is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that's actually fair to expect. Honestly, if you expect subspace emissary, I don't blame you because it's called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You should be expecting these big things. I don't think that's out of the question at all. But with the amount of characters and the amount of stages there are in the game, I feel like that's what their main focus was. Not the story mode, but they do know that people want some sort of story or some sort of character interaction outside of you just fighting the characters. So I do think Boss Rush, or as it's called right now, Spirits mode, is the most likely one. The Spirits being the bosses, you defeat the bosses, because the bosses were actually in the Subspace Emissary too. You could fight like Rayquaza and all these other ones, Ridley, though Ridley's a playable character now, so that wouldn't even make any sense. One thing I actually want to touch on before I end this is, in the main Direct, if there is one in November, you know what? I'm predicting Metroid Prime 4. I know probably everyone is, But this is a end of year direct, very end of year direct if it's November. A teaser for Prime 4 would not be out of the question. I really don't think a teaser for Prime 4 would be completely impossible to happen. Like, I'm not really even asking for gameplay, and if I am, 20 seconds? Because I imagine Prime 4 is coming next year, right? Everyone's expecting Prime 4 to come out next year. If it doesn't, I'll be quite shocked. Not completely overblown, but I'll be quite shocked if it doesn't come out next year. So maybe just a tiny little glimpse would be amazing. So that would be a pretty good direct if they did Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, Metroid Prime, and Fire Emblem, and Yoshi. That's solid. That's really solid. I would not have any complaints if those were the 5 games they showed, and the rest are like third-party indies. Sure, we've got that Daemon X Machina game. Not sure how much interest there is in that game. I'm not really that interested, but I'm not speaking on behalf of everyone else because I'm not sure what the interest is in that game. But that's pretty much everything I've got to say. I'm excited, boys. But we know for a fact, and I'm saying fact because it pretty much is complete fact, a new Smash Direct is coming next month. 2 directs though? Please focus. Please focus? That would be mad.